Welcome back to the TK Breezy channel. Today, we're doing a new type of vid. Instead of a topic talk, which we still do, by the way, don't worry, we do have topic talks. But we're doing a commentator reacts to commentary vids. Because as you all know, I've been commentating for like 15 years now. Most of y'all should know me from that. I've probably been a lot of y'all's favorite commentators at some point. Doesn't have to be today, doesn't have to be this year, but I've done a lot of commentary, okay? Because of that, I feel like I have a good grasp on what commentary is good and why to point out why it's good, at least from my perspective. So I asked some people on the Twitter to send me some of their favorite clips of the commentary. It doesn't have to be yours. It could be anybody's. It could be yours, but make sure it's a clip. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of cool videos to come through that way. Some about some esports that I didn't even know were esports, or things that need to be commentated. Some things that I've definitely known from before. And yeah, so I'm just excited to talk about them from a commentator standpoint. And if you like this type of videos, then make sure you go ahead and hit the like, follow, and subscribe, and leave a comment saying you like this video so that we can put more out there. And then also, if this is your first time on your channel, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe here, and then also come over to twitch.tv/TKBreezy to watch live. So with that being said, let's get into it. Boom. This is the first video. We got this from Big Daddy Nom Nom, aka Cow. That's my boy. And he was showing me, he put me on to Roblox football. Or probably just sports in general. I see Roblox sporting over here, so I feel like it's just sports in general. But let's go ahead and look at this clip real quick. Let's go ahead and take a quick gander here at this clip.
Looking, he's got to get rid of it, Clark. 23 seconds, throws it up here, a deep ball. This one will be caught. Touchdown, Titans!
Damn.
What a looking.
Bro really went coast to coast with it. And I really like this. So I was saying,
seconds,
like,
throws it up here, a deep
I
ball.
First of all,
this one will
I like this suspense building on the this one will be. This catch is absolutely insane because he jumped out of bounds to grab it and bring it back in. That must be the Roblox physics, right?
Caught!
And then the
touchdown, Titans!
Yeah, bro. I feel like that would have made, if I was somebody watching and that catch happened, that would have made me more hyped. So that was a solid commentary clip, straight up. You know what I mean? I don't know how often I would watch Roblox football, but if that guy commentating,
out of the right, throws up top of prayer here to the end zone. It looks like it's gonna be incomplete. It will be touchdown, Titans!
Wait. The Tennessee Titans of Roblox might be the best team of all time. They gotta have the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Down my chair, center, out of the right, throws up top of prayer here to the end zone. It looks like it's gonna be incomplete. It will be touchdown, Titans!
Like, he definitely sets the precedent that it could go out of bounds, because if you're watching, it could have went out of bounds. Straight up, this should have went out of bounds, right? But it didn't, because again, Roblox physics.
Be incomplete.
Boom. I'm in there. All these defenders are ass, by the way, but
it will be.
And the big pop off is amazing.
Titans!
Bruh, Titans best team, bro. Titans best team, and he got out of his fucking chair. If you look over here, bro, actually, like, he's really in here.
You guys couldn't see it. I was jumping out of my chair.
Oh man, god damn. Anyway,
this one,
the Warriors. Hold on now, let's see. Oh, yo, he got that shit on though. Y'all see? He really in the commentator booth, bro. He got that shit on. I see you.
Steps up. This one, a bomb here will be caught. It's not done yet. They don't have timeouts, though. They don't have timeouts. They don't have timeouts. You gotta snap it. You gotta snap it. You gotta snap it. You gotta snap. Snap. Oh, there's a play to get it off. Left side. Here comes a chance on the right. And Washington down to the left. It's gonna be Nosmo. He's gonna get rid of it. Out to the left. Then no timeouts. Out of the left. Oh my goodness. This play's gonna take a while here. He's out backwards. Out to his own 35. Two-man rush. Force backwards to the 25. It's just gonna be one more toss up here. This one in the end zone will be thrown. It will be fought for. Touchdown! Commanders win! Commanders win! No time on the clock!
I can't lie to you. I might actually, he might be the reason I would get into Roblox sports, bro. This shit, like, he's literally doing the job of a commentator of getting you even more invested within the game that I probably was not invested in at all. So big shout outs to Roblox Sporting. All right, who else we got? You
heard about the KDM 1v4 with the P250?
I haven't heard of that. How does it?
Oh, okay. So this is the other thing. So this is the P250, I assume, right? So he's setting it up like he's about to tell a story that, as it's going, that's really good. I think that's what we're getting at right now, right? So he's like,
You heard about the KDN 1v4 with the P250?
you hear about the KDN 1v4, KDN, P250, 1v4, right?
I haven't heard of that. How does it go, Chad?
Well, it was a pretty important round. It was for the title.
And it's for the title.
With just that P250. I can't believe it.
Nobody was looking, and he managed to sneak his way all the way through the backlines here and shoot Shiro in the back of the head.
Right. And then what did he do after that? That's nuts.
So he was like trying to call, which honestly, if he shot Shiro on the back of the head, that would have been great. But the knifing was pretty sick as well.
He shoots the
right?
AWP in the back of the head without anyone looking.
Gets the AWP and kills the guy CT.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's knifed him, and he's gotten away with the AWP. I'm starting to get nervous.
He has 2. I didn't even notice he only had 2 health after this. Holy shit. Wait a minute. So he goes up there.
Starting to get nervous.
He goes up there, knifes boy up, takes his op.
Oh my God, he's knifed him, and he's gotten away with the AWP. I'm starting to get
And then he has 2 health left.
There's no way. There's no way. Knifed him.
Who was that just got pieced in the dome right there? Nafani?
There's no way.
Off rip.
There's no way. Katie, you can't win Pro League like this. You can't.
And he just shoots through the box. Bro starts tweaking as he should have started tweaking.
40 seconds and the bomb's on A. Take your time, son. You're about to make the play of your career. Oh my God, 30 seconds. Now, Axel's on ramp. He's got 30 seconds to think this.
That's how you knew it was tense, bro. He was hyped because of the play, and then it's like, wait.
You can't. Kadian. He's thinking about ramp. Jump.
Saw him.
Gets the info. He just has to hit this shot, and he's done it for Heroic. The leader. Calling well above his years, clearing corners. Oh, no!
That was a good clip. I mean, the emotion was there, the storytelling was there, right? The hype up for the hype up, the setting the intense moment with the whispering. That was a really good clip. That was a really good play for sure. But damn, that was clean. You know, that was super clean. I give it up, man. Katie and clutch for sure, man. I gotta give it up. We got Renge.
Recover in time. He did start it first. But still, Wallen bird out here. Blas, no meter, but he still has access to a DI, and he's gonna hit it. And Blas, just like that, charge up the Shogeki, show him the door, because kid, you're in grand finals.
Who would have thought? We have the run back of the
Quality clip. It's for multiple reasons. First of all, Renge hype as shit. Like, you can hear in his voice. His voice sounds like about gone.
But he still has access to a DI, and he's gonna hit it. And Blas, just like that,
and
charge up the
this line,
Shogeki, show him the door, because kid, you're in grand finals.
he showed him the door because he kicked him out the tournament. Moved his way to grand finals. Clean little call right there. The silence to let the crowd really, you know, take the moment for a second before Vicious comes back in.
We have the run back.
You know,
of the
you gotta know when to give space. That's one of the bigger things as a commentator that people gotta like learn. You gotta learn and know when to give space for multiple reasons. Okay, you learn when to give space to let moments like that play out, let the crowd, you know, noise really come through and pop, or you learn to give space so that you and your co-commentator aren't yapping over each other the entire time, fighting for that last part. You can actually hear that a lot when me and EE do commentary, just in general. Neither one of us will ever really step on the other for the last moment. It's just whoever's there, right? And normally I will most likely try to set it up for EE to take the last moment because he's a better last moment guy than I am. Like, he always has some type of good one-liner to go ahead and finish the tournament off, in my opinion, right? But let's say I tried to set up the last moment, then it didn't happen. There was a smash that should have taken the stock, but it didn't. And then they're fighting for a little more, and then I go back to talking, and then right as I'm starting to talk, there is like a back air that hits, that gets the kill, right? Now you're like, oh shit, like I can't pass it back to him. I'm already there, so I just take the moment, right? But for the most part, like, I think a lot of people try to fight for that moment sometimes, and that moment's not gonna make your commentary career, bro. Like, it's nice to have that nice sound bite, you know, especially for your reels and whatnot, but sometimes it's just not your moment, bro. And that's okay, bro, because like the thing is, that's not the last block you're ever gonna get, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you will get another block. You'll get another chance to get up there and get that moment again. So Yeah, if you listen to like earlier versions of my commentary, like from like, I don't know, the early 2000s, like 10s and whatnot, there's probably moments where I've stepped over somebody. But if you listen to my later, like anything within the last 5 years, there's not many times where I'm like going to fight somebody for space. Like if I keep getting talked over, I'm just going to not talk as much because, hey man, like to me not talking as much does not mean that I had a bad block. It means that we're having a bad block because the synergy is not there. So I'm just like, I don't care enough. Like we can fight hard as hell in this pools block and then I can go do top 8. But yeah, it's just, that's one of the situations. I don't like fighting on the block. I'm not there to prove that I know more than you or that I'm better as a commentator than you. I'm there to work with you as a team. And if we are not working as a team, it is bringing down the whole of the production. So yeah. What else we got? That's a good clip though. Shouts to Renge. That's my guy. I love Renge.
And Majin, he is on a tear right now. He's on the verge of sending JDCR to losers.
Oh my God. He's
Oh
gonna
my
beat
gosh.
it.
He's gonna have to be careful though. He's in rage.
He's gonna beat it.
He has
was
to.
Ares.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
no.
And that's something that you rarely get hit by, but JDCR ready
Look at
for
the
it.
time. Look at the time.
He's gonna have to either stay on the
Look
ground.
at the time. Look at it.
Oh my God. JDCR with an amazing comeback.
God. He's
My
time.
He's gonna have, and that's something that you rarely get hit by, but JDCR ready
Look at
for
the
it.
time. Look at the time.
He's gonna have to either stay on the
Look
ground.
at the time. Look at it.
Oh my God.
No.
JDCR with an amazing
my
comeback.
God. He's from the future.
He knew it.
He's from the future. He's already seen it.
Oh no, this momentum shift, I'm not liking it here. JDCR looking to come out on top. Nice combo.
yes.
Okay, good punish as well.
JDCR
Oh
bringing
my
it all
God.
the way back.
And an amazing match between these two. Final.
Whilst I am still entertained, I think sometimes, like when I'm listening, it does feel like the two commentators are like not talking to each other. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like where it's like, okay, like both of you are saying good things, but they don't really feel like they're flowing together. Or like you're kind of like in your train of thought and they're in their train of thought. And like, that necessarily isn't always a bad thing, especially in a hype moment like this. I mean, especially if it's in a game that I think this happens quite a bit within Tekken commentary too. So, not a bad thing at all, but it's definitely something I've noticed in this type of or in these type of fighting games, or just mostly just in general, like in fighting games more though than I hear it in maybe like a CS:GO or a League or whatever, where you do have those moments where two commentators are talking about the same thing, but they're not like flowing with each other. You know what I mean? Aaron's definitely
There's
built
the
for solo
counter,
comp.
guaranteed follow up with the
Misses it.
4-2-1.
Oh, the back swing. The Jaguar step. The block.
And again, the USA chants from the crowd.
Oh,
This is way too exciting. He's
Oh.
working on a perfect.
3 of them. He didn't duck the high. Block that.
Nice.
Interrupt.
And again, he's playing so
He threw him.
compact.
He broke it. JDCR.
Oh, he gets it. One more hit could do it.
Oh my
The block.
God.
And
He beat him.
Eris, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Can I get a break? Any chance?
I know we wanted to take a break
Any
later,
chance?
but man,
Staff, any chance we could get a gurney? I'm gonna need some help.
I need more water too.
Guys, this is an emergency. Did you watch that? Did you see that?
I saw it, but I can't believe it.
Eris is still the GOAT though. Regardless if I feel like they're not really flowing like that, Eris is still the GOAT, bro. I think they knew what they were doing when they brought him out though. Like yeah, Eris is he's a streamer, right? He's a re-streamer. It's very unhinged in there. I don't expect him to like go up there and like, you know, be the most polished commentator when it comes to like, you know, allowing space, taking space, all that other good stuff. However, it was entertaining. So, you know what I mean? I think I'm pretty sure I watched this live. I might have actually just been in the of course I've been in there. I was probably commentated next or something like that. So, there's just an example of like, you know, you have a person that's not actually a commentator up there commentating, but like they can commentate. And like, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. And I think for games like this, it definitely works because like Tekken is just supposed to be a hype ass game, especially in a moment like this. I don't know if I would want to hear like straight up crazy ass breakdowns about why everything worked all the time from like a person that is like a Tekken nerd. I just want to be hyped for every hit that hit. And I think that both of these gentlemen, Eris and Markman, have provided that within this clip. Now, again, my only takeaway from this that is negative is that, like, yeah, I do think it's two commentators up there looking at the same match, but not really like looking at the same match together. But that's just bound to happen sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, every now and then you just get up there with a guy that like doesn't flow with you, and y'all just kind of like are both pointing out things as they happen, and that's just how it goes. So what?
Yan. Oo, matigas ka.
This is Dota?
Naku, lakad mo. Lakad mo to.
Normally.
Jama. Tapos ang boxing. Isama. Uy. Teka lang.
Iba to.
Sir Jeep.
Sir Jeep.
Sir Jeep. Huwag kayong mainis. Mahalang patis. Panatik.
Oh my God, Sir Jeep! Fanatic victory! Then kita na ako times 3! 30 game!
I'm gonna assume this was a Fnatic backdoor, and it worked. But these guys are going fucking insane. So the energy there, I don't care if I can't understand the language. The energy is there. It feels like they're kind of in sync together.
Teka lang,
iba to. Sir Jeep.
Huwag kayong mainis, mahalang patis! Panatik!
Oh my God, Sir Jeep! Fanatic victory! Then kita na ako times 3! 30 game! Easiest money of my life!
Grabe naman, kaya pala ginagawa ni EE yun.
What?
The
EE?
next level play. Kaya pala ginagawa ni EE.
What?
Kaya pala ginagawa ni EE yun.
EE and Dota? What the?
The next level play.
The next level. EE is so strong.
Ano nangyari doon?
Pinaro.
Nah, I'm messing. Huh? Could you imagine? But yeah, no. I'm gonna assume that was a clean back door. The next level.
The next level play. Ang lakas ni EE. The next level play. Ang lakas.
I'm still in that, bro. There's like 4 or 5 voice lines that are put in this game from this clip. That's nice. Yeah, that was a good clip. That got me hyped. That was a good. I like the change of like the wait. You see what's going on over here? He said, wait.
Teka lang,
iba to. Sir Jeep.
That shit. Wait. That's a good clip.
Z75 still on Kenny. He's a purist. Apex has gone over to the 5-7 and then a couple deagles just to spice things up. The TSM, they're scared about this. They aren't rushing this time around. They're taking their sweet time, hoping to catch somebody peek on Envy's side. And well, that's what happens when you go around the corner. Happy with Wandig. Oh, and another one! Oh, and a third! Happy! He could get another one here too, Dupree. Dupree is like sweating bullets. Happy's gonna get the quad kill in the ace! What is this? TSM, they're scared about this. They aren't rushing this time around. They're taking their sweet time, hoping to catch somebody peek on Envy's side. And well, that's what happens when you go around the corner. Happy with Wandig. Oh, and another one! Oh, and a third! Happy! He could get another one here too, Dupree. Dupree is like sweating bullets. Happy's gonna get the quad kill in the air.
Piece his ass up.
What is this?
Good call. He called the action. He got him hyped for it. I just don't think I like CSGO, man. I'm sure this is a crazy amount of skill, right? But like when I think of a shooter, I don't just think about just holding like a line like this and just kind of like shooting into the dark. It's like an educated guess shot for sure. Obviously, people are over there at smoke, like, you know, they're trying to move through that thing. So great timing on these shots. I'm not denying the skill, but I just feel like for my type of gunplay, the type of gunplay that I like to see, it's usually not something like this. And that's unfortunate because I feel like CSGO is very popular, right? But it's just not for me. However, that commentator called this out perfectly.
Rushing this time around. They're taking their sweet time, hoping to catch somebody peek on.
He said they was afraid to peek,
side. And, well,
and then when they peeked, they died.
When you go around the corner, Happy with Wandig. Oh, and another one!
Starts calling out the other kills.
Happy! He could get another one here too, Dupree. Dupree is like sweating bullets. Happy's gonna get the quad kill in the ace.
Nice lineup on that other one too. So yeah, no, that was clean. That was a good clip. A good clip. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the Deke play absolutely insane, but it's just how I be feeling about CSGO, I guess.
Puts it straight out. It's gonna be over to Kane.
shot unanswered from K-Dub.
Okay. So it's 2-3. And Justin's supposed to score this. 4 seconds left. NRG Esports.
NRG need this immediately. They've got the kick off in their favor. K-Dub tries to clear. It is
And you have to keep it on the, like in Rocket League, you have to keep it off the ground at the end.
Justin keeps it alive. Turn pass up there. Bounces into the corner. NRG still around. Justin is there for the shot.
Absolutely insane shot, bro. Absolutely insane shot. Absolutely insane play for the whole team, though. Like, I'll give it up to Justin for the shot, but like, yeah, at 1 second until it touches the ground, the game's not over, right?
Tries to clear. It is almost there. It just has to hit the floor. But Panda puts it a long way, and it's almost there. Justin keeps it alive.
All of them going. That's a scary. This is also scary too. So for a little bit of time, I was this close to becoming a Rocket League caster. So I very much know a good bit about this game. So, but this is scary too. So all three of them are in this corner right now. This could have ended terribly if nobody can turn this around in time, or if somebody on the other team was ready to spike it down to the ground. Justin gets the first hit.
Justin keeps it alive.
He hit that. That was a great pass over to the good clean pass.
Justin is there for the shot.
And that commentator is popping the absolute fuck off, bro. Justin is him, bro. Just that Justin scream is killing me.
Justin is there for the shot. This is Rocket League.
Note the space that was given for both casters to pop off for what they wanted to say.
Bounces into the corner. NRG still around. Justin is there for the shot. This is Rocket League.
So the shot goes in. Bro yells Justin because that was a crazy shot. Other bro after bro yells Justin is like, this is Rocket League. Space for the hype to drop down, you know. The recall on Justin again, but in a more exacerbated way. I got Beyblades. Hold on.
Okay guys, ready na tayo. In 3, 2, 1, go shoot! So ngayon, ipepwesto na doon sa kabilang banda ang Samurai Saber. Siya yung una sa extreme line. Tumalon, pumasok sa packet, tinulak pa.
Damn, he made it back?
Buhay pa rin ang Samurai Saber ni Krelia. Nakala natin 2 points na, pero mukhang mababaliktad pa. Tyrano beat ni J-Wolf, medyo nahihilo na. That is gonna be a spin.
Wait, he came out the corner and won, GOAT.
Pero mukhang mababaliktad pa. Tyrano beat ni J-Wolf, medyo nahihilo na. That is gonna be a spin finish.
Spin finish! That's nice.
Sir, not today.
Okay, Dran Buster and Phoenix Wing. Rush and low flat. Okay, low flat yung Dran Buster.
Gagi, ayan yung ganyan ang build ko. Buster low flat. Let's go.
Anong pangalan?
Buster low flat.
Buster low flat pala. Okay, game. Okay guys, ready na? In 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay, nandito ngayon yung Dran Buster natin.
Hey!
Let's go!
Tropa ko yan!
Buster! Ang pangalan.
Grabe!
Wow! First finish!
I feel like games like this, because there's no announcer, they need like a mixer so they can burst finish. You know what I mean? If there's no announcer to do it in the game, you should allow the commentators to do it. That shit will go crazy. Spin finish. That shit would go hard, bro. I would watch a full Beyblade tournament, even if I didn't understand language. I just, you know, that shit popping on the screen. The production was good. The commentators seemed very interested in the game. I like that. What else we got? Is this $11 million? Grand final.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows right now. PL battle.
He's some illusion action. Arme's gonna get caught out by the tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Arme trying to get on top of Anna. The BKB popped by Chalice. He'll get the ult out. No Tail getting gone out straight away by F5 with the snowball. No Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Anna in the midst of it trying to lock down onto FY. The rest of his team about to come over to get the tornado. Out onto X7. Looking for the cool control onto Arme. Has he got it? Arme getting stood up by the cold snap, but he's able to wait for him up the high ground. Thompson blinks in. He gets the hex out, but FY with the snowball save. They get the bash bash out. Sonos will be able to find the IO, but they're falling low. LGD. That's Sonos dead for 2 minutes. They get Thompson. Thompson dead for 2 minutes. Only Anna. Anna, can he do it here? He's at half health. Sam gets the call. He gets the call of his lifetime. As 3 dead now on LGD. No buyback. Sep will fall. Anna kept alive.
I have to be honest with you. I actually don't know what the fuck just happened. That's to no fault of the commentators. I just don't know what's going on in this game. And that's unfortunate because I've also played League and a bunch of other MOBAs, but I just, like, Dota's just hard to look at sometimes, I guess.
And PSG.
So I'm going to watch it again and see if I can decipher what happened. Let me just see what happens.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows right now.
Ame,
PL battle.
He's illusion action. Ame's gonna get caught out by the tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Ame trying to get on top of Anna. The BKB popped by Chalice. He'll get the ult out. No Tail getting gone out straight away by F5 with the snowball. No Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Anna in the midst of it trying to lock down onto FY. The rest of his team about to come over to get the tornado. Out onto X over Sam. Looking for the cool control onto Ame. Has he got it? Ame getting stood up by the cold snap, but he's able to wait for him up the high ground. Thompson blinks in. He gets the hex out, but F5 with the snowball save. They get the bash out. Sonos will be able to find the IO, but they're falling low. LGD. That's Sonos dead for 2 minutes. They get Thompson. Thompson dead for 2 minutes. Only Anna. Anna, can he do it here? He's at half health. Sam gets the call.
All right, so what I think I'm understanding is that Anna went in there kind of by himself. To set that play up and live long enough for the rest of his team to show up. And then the rest of his team was able to deal with the rest of PSG, right? And then he ends up living long enough to actually be one of the last people left as well.
Of his lifetime as 3 dead now. Oh.
Interesting. I think the play-by-play of being able to keep up with this is absolutely insane because I feel like, you know, this is multiple things going on. There's multiple ults, a bunch of particles on the screen and whatnot going on, and you're able to call out all of that out successfully without saying any of that shit, right? That's definitely a problem I still have within commentary and just speaking in general. I do say that quite a bit, and I know that there's ways that you can get around not saying that by just kind of stopping and thinking, but I don't know. It just feels like it breaks the flow of conversation for me, but I do want to get better at being able to just keep going with my thought without saying and all that other good stuff. So that's something I've been constantly working on. I've definitely got a lot better with throughout the years, but I still do it. Altogether, that was cool. I mean, I think, you know, I always give props to anybody that is really, really good with speaking and doing play-by-play and sounding interesting at the same time, because I think that's a hard skill to have, to be able to speak candidly, quickly, process information fast, relay the information fast, correctly, and not stutter. So good stuff to people who can do that. That was a cool clip from what I understood. But yeah, I'm just not a super big Dota head either. So another thing that I just don't be understanding sometimes. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bros. I wish I knew better. Can opener commentary is wild. And that is true. That is true.
He said victory is snooze near.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
He's really trying to hit the lyrics. Yo, I would love if he would have started this shit with I said.
I said right now.
I said that right now. I want you to pipe down.
Pipe down. I'm going to hit it with rights now. Now.
I have a lot of lyrics I want to write down.
Oh my goodness.
Plus on head.
Right now.
Ooh.
She got hit with a right now. Knocking her right down. Equal rights now.
And he cracking up now.
Let's go. Yes.
No, we're getting fucking canceled. Oh my god. Please. He said victory is near.
I think one, this is a online tournament, so y'all are allowed to goof off a lot more, and we love that. I think two, most people are not allowed to do this, is what I'm saying. All right. I just wanted y'all to know this comes with the territory of legacy. Okay. You as a person who just started commentating are not allowed to be Yipes or Lee Chung. Like, you cannot do that. Like, you have to be able to build some legacy around being known and knowing that you know your shit to be able to goof off like this, because more often than not, man, if you start goofing off like this too early, niggas gonna say you don't know shit. And here is a good segue into this clip. now. All right. So if you didn't see this, this is when the CSGO casters casted like for a set here against Axe and S2J, and that's when the famous But a Mouse came out.
Just feeling each other out. A bit of footsies here or there, playing under the table. Oh, here we go. First date. It's not going great. A lot of contact. They were close for a second. They're 6 feet now. We are abiding by social distancing rules. Oh my God, what is he doing? His ass! That's illegal in many states, but right now, it's part of the game plan, baby. We're back on the edge. Oh, somehow crosses that one up. Pikachu's now on the ropes. He's reeling. He's reeling. He's rolling. He's flipping. And he's now meeting the knee with, oh my God! How did he do that? He's but a mouse.
Bar.
Falcon back in this. Sky high, baby! That's game. Tempo Axe takes the first.
Now remember, okay, first of all, before I even say anything else, I want to say that's fun commentary. That was just fun. It was a fun time to listen to those two talk about the game like that. And the energy that it brought was infectious, right? However, if you the Melee community are the most annoying people when it comes to commentary, right? Because I saw, you know, mad retweets being like, why can't our commentators sound like this? Or, you know, blah, 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 stuff like that. It's because y'all don't want them to fucking sound like this, okay? Like, you have a commentator that does do sound bites like this, and y'all shit on him all the time. In fact, Walt definitely dropped the But a Mouse on top 8 at Genesis, right? And y'all shit on him all the time. And why do y'all shit on him? Y'all say he don't know nothing or whatever, or he's too esports. But on the other side of things, the Melee community feels like they just want to be, like, they're too cool to enjoy the game. Like, when it comes to commentary, they want somebody up there that is entirely too cool to enjoy the game. One of the sickest games you'll ever be able to watch, and you got to be up there acting like you've seen everything 400 times over and not getting that hype. And it's really annoying to see that contrast of what you want, what you expect, and what you actually get, right? So you are saying that you want this type of commentary, but you don't want it from the person you're getting from, because for some reason y'all just want to hate on Walt for whatever reason, right? And any other caster that does this. But then I bet money if yesterday, if you slapped Bobby Scar up here and he did the same shit, y'all would be eating that shit up. If a Bobby Scar and Homemade Waffles block came up and they were talking exactly like this, not a single fucking person would be like, this is ass commentary, bro. Ugh. Why? Because of legacy. And I think that is okay, but you do need to recognize your own personal biases all the time, right? I think that's one of the things that people are unable to get outside of themselves and be like, damn, maybe I'm just being mad biased over no reason. This is why, right? I love Homemade Waffles, love his commentary, right? But let's say Falco gets a crazy ass combo, right? Let's say Falco gets a crazy ass combo, ends in a dare, right? Instead of explaining the combo, Homemade Waffles might be like, man, Falco just like that. And you fucks will be like, damn, bro, he's so wise. Bro, like, he's just so real, bro. Like, the way he sees the game is just next level. Now, if I go up there and say, bro, Falco's just like that, y'all gonna say, shut the fuck up, TK. Like, and that's okay. That's okay, bro. But, like, notice it's who's delivering it and your own personal bias on what is being said and what you expect from them. Because if I go up there, I have to bring up everything I've ever known about Melee so you guys know that I can hang. But you guys just believe that Homemade Waffles hangs, right? And he does hang. Like, that's Mr. Melee, right? But again, it's the way that we are grading the commentary on a curve. I'm sure there's certain things that I can get away with saying in Ultimate Commentary that other people cannot get away with saying in Ultimate Commentary because they have not been on that curve. And again, I am not upset with you for feeling that way. I am upset that you are using that as your main basis instead of being like, damn, bro, I'm a little biased for this guy because I've listened to him forever and I don't really know this guy like that. And so I know that's affecting my outlook on his commentary. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. So when it comes to this clip, I do think this is great. I would not use this as the benchmark of what we think Melee commentary should sound like, because I promise you, if we brought 18 people over like this, y'all would hate it, and y'all would ask for the Melee commentary nerds to come back to explain to you why that forward air was the best forward air of all time, and how it covered 17 different options, and the history of S2J in this matchup, and what S2J's tax bracket is, and also the square footage of his house, and all that other good shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want this commentary. it is nice to have it like show up every now and then, but you do not actually want this to be the end all be all. I, as a person that is not super attached to Melee like that, like I am attached to Melee because I'm attached to Smash, and I definitely have my years and stints in Melee, but I don't play like that. I don't care. I just want to be entertained. And that was entertaining. And you know who else is entertaining? Walt's entertaining. And Vish. And Dark Genix is entertaining to me. And like, there's just a lot of guys entertaining for different reasons. But I can never tell, like, you can never win. To me, you can never win with the Melee community when it comes to commentary, bro. It's hard. So, I mean, shout out to the Melee casters out there that are very good at being able to deal with all that bullshit. But goddamn, bro, y'all, at the end of every event, and this is also for Ultimate, but I feel like I see it a lot more from Melee lately. There's always some thread about some commentator, and it's just, I don't know how y'all keep walking through that, man. I would never want to. So, got one more clip.
Incredible sightline that Exy has.
Overwatch.
The infra side is up. And past Eternal.
Oh, Bren.
Close to this
Bren,
blade.
how cruel for Fusion to come so close yet again in a finals. And to have it ripped away from them by a clutch play from Exy, it would almost be too much to bear.
Hopes and dreams of the Fusion right now laying bare. Sparkle wants to try and put an end to it. Blade in hand, it's going right down to the distance as the overtime burns through. The Fusion need to find an opening. Sparkle now moving through, but Exy's on the flank. The headshot onto Carpe. One of their star players taken out early. And Boombox just left to his own devices in the sidelines. He goes down to Fusion. Only a couple of players left remaining. EQO's gonna come up huge right now. Everyone is weak. EQO with the blade, pulls it through, builds it up. Will it be enough? 1 kill, 2 kill.
Damn,
Are you
just have
kidding me? EQO now finds it with the third. And now it is overtime. Exy moving over to the Tracer to try and deny it, but EQO! What a player, what a star! Unbelievable performance in the overtime clutch, and normally it's Carpe, normally he steps up, but this time, EQO reminds everybody at home why he's still on this roster.
Real.
I have chills, Bren. That's the single most monstrous clutch I think I've ever seen.
Single most monstrous clutch.
Exy gets the first kill.
And that may not even be true, but it was true in that moment.
The clutch blade at the end as well. I'm in shock. I think the Paris Eternal will be in shock as well.
That should have been the series, but EQO has kept them in it.
Yeah, no, I think they did a really good job of expressing the hype of that match. Even like off the setup, like listen to the setup of here when he was like talking about the history of like oh, they're gonna they've been here and they're gonna get it ripped away from them.
Finals, and to have it ripped away from them by a clutch play from Exy, it would almost be too much to bear.
I think also too, if you kind of notice, there is like dedicated roles within these two, or the way they're playing. Now the other guy was definitely more of the color, one was play-by-play and one was like the analyst type deal. One of them was play-by-play for sure, and the other one was like the analyst. He's bringing up the other anecdotes and whatnot. That's why. So when we were walking up here, the first guy's talking about, they've been here before. They're about to lose it again. This would suck, right? And then as the play actually happens,
and to have it
he just
ripped
shuts
away
up
from them by
and lets the other guy go. Like,
clutch play from
bro
Exy,
was just
it would
going.
almost be too much to bear.
Hopes and dreams of the Fusion right now laying bare.
And so he just gets to go the whole play. He's just going. That's all him, all one person. He chimes in a couple times, drops a couple whats in there,
Finds it with the third. And now it is overtime. Exy moving over to the Tracer to try and deny it, but EQO! What a player, what a star! Unbelievable
And then the swap back
performance in the overtime
to the other guy who's
going
to again bring up some of the outside of the game facts. So talking about he was normally in top 8, how great the play was, whatever. He probably could break down play a little bit while we're waiting for the reset. That's good teamwork. That's good teamwork. But I think that's a little harder to do when it comes to fighting games, and that's why when you're watching fighting games, we don't really have like set roles like that. Usually you kind of play a lot of the same roles. Sometimes you're just better at one than the other, right? But when it comes to like the chaoticness of a fighting game, usually there is no set roles like that. And I don't think that's a bad thing by any means. I think that it's cool that there is a little bounce back and forth between casters, because it makes you a little more well-rounded when it comes to what you're supposed to do. But I also think it is good to learn like a structured form. So if you are a multi-game caster, it is good to learn, big shouts to Vicky, like how to do structured commentary within those games like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals and League of Legends, and how to do a little bit of a less structured commentary like it is with, you know, Tekken and Street Fighter and Smash and whatnot. So overall, just nothing but good clips here. I've been excited to see a lot of these. I still can't say that I'm going to watch some CSGO, but I am excited to see these people excited about the game. Like, I definitely feel like I would have watched a little longer just because they were casting. Those are my takes on what I saw today. If you would like to drop some more of the casting clips that I can have more takes on, you can do them in the comments, but I think I am going to set a spot in my Discord just for that alone. Commentary clips, commentary takes, I guess, and you can put stuff in there as well, and then just as it piles up, after I get like 10 or 11 or so, I'll shoot another video. But overall, yeah, commentary's sick, man. Like, I love commentary. I love hearing different styles. I love, you know, being able to break it down from my perspective as someone who's primarily within fighting games, but has jumped over and won multiple fighting games. I've had a brief stint in Rocket League as well. And I've just also got a lot of friends within other areas, you know. I got a lot of friends within Rocket League in itself. I have some friends that commentate League. Big shouts to Keg. And then big shouts to Lawler for Rocket League. Big shouts to Dazzrin for Rocket League as well. And then also, just have friends that are in the more structured formatted thing. I know the Last has probably done some stuff not within Smash as well. So there's just a lot of casting around me, and it's cool to see the different perspectives, because I know that, like, when as a caster that's primarily from the FGC side of things, that I will say that I think it's a lot harder for me to do structured commentary like we see in like CSGO League and all that stuff. But then when I talk to League people or CSGO people, they're like, dude, how do you keep up with fighting games? It's so fast. And I'm like, that's crazy to me, because I think what y'all have to keep up with is faster than what we have to keep up with. However, when you think about it, for League specifically, let's say, right? League's interactions happen in bursts. So like the first 10 minutes of the game is mostly just set up and talking about what could happen. And then once we start getting team fights, there's a lot that happens in that small section of a 20-minute game for a team fight. But in a fighting game, if a set is 20 minutes, for 18 of those minutes, I'm talking about the game and what is actually happening on the screen. So I can definitely see the difference, and I appreciate the difference. And I think it's cool that casters from different walks of life and stuff can have appreciation for other casters, straight up. So, hey, thanks for watching. If you have any comments on anything below, or comments on anything that I've talked about, make sure you go ahead and leave them below. And if you have any thoughts on just commentary in general, make sure you go ahead and leave them below, as I would love to read and hear what you guys think about it. With that being said, this is going to be it for this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.